I applied my visa and got in just 24 hours. So if we talk about the journey was about 6 hours to 7 hours. It's time to share all the details about the visa, about my flight experience. So let's start with the visa. For Pakistanis especially, there are two types of option. One is e-visa and the other one is sticker visa. Sticker visa takes a bit of time and it's a bit expensive as well, whereas the e-visa, it comes very quickly. So I recommend you to apply for e-visa. It will just cost you around 15 to 20,000, even 25,000 depending upon the urgency. I applied my visa and got in just 24 hours, so I paid some extra. So if you want to apply, you can apply it through agents. That is more recommended. And if you need the reference of the agent, so there will be a WhatsApp number coming on the screen. You can just contact me, so I will connect you with that travel agent. He can easily help you get e-visa of Malaysia within 2-3 days. So once you get the visa, the next detail is like how much is its validity. So its validity is of 6 months and it's a single entry visa, and you can stay in Malaysia for 30 days on it, and it can be extended, but I don't have any plan to extend it, so I have not taken any information about that. So after visa, the next thing is your flight, like how much it costs and what are the options you have. I was in UAE from last 1 year, so I had to travel from UAE. So from Dubai to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, it costed me around 1000 AED, which is approximately 76 to 77,000 PKR. And as you know, I traveled through Batik Air, which is also Malindo Air. I think their old name is Malindo Airs. So if we talk about the journey was about 6 hours to 7 hours, and honestly it was okay, not a good experience, not a bad experience, because it took off from Dubai around about at 4:30 and I was here after like 7 hours. So it was okay. Most of the time I was sleeping. The main thing about Batik Air is that they don't offer you any kind of food, any kind of drink. You have to take it on payment. Also, if you need blanket, if you need pillow, you have to take it on payment. So if you compare their price with their service, and I would say the price is a bit high as compared to the service. So here comes the most important part of this video, is like immigration. Like when you land Kuala Lumpur and when you are at the immigration, what type of documents they request and what are the things that you need to take care of. So I have already heard about, especially about the Pakistan citizens, that when they arrive here, they ask a lot of questions. So if personally I talk about myself, I didn't face any kind of problem because I was already prepared for that. All the documents were ready. They asked for return ticket, which I already had. They asked for the hotel booking, which I already had. They asked for the Malaysia travel card, so that you have to register before coming to Malaysia. Like within 3 days you have to register for it. So I will put link and also the screenshot of the website where you can register yourself before coming to Malaysia, because when you will arrive at the immigration, they check your passport, they use your passport number and they check whether you have registered it or not. So one thing that I feel played a very important role is that I also have a UAE residency, 2-year residency. So I had the Emirates ID, so I showed them that. So after that they didn't ask me any questions, so they cleared me easily in just 5 to 6 minutes. So once you are cleared by the immigration, you come out. The Kuala Lumpur airport is a bit far from this city, so when you will ask from the taxis, they will charge you more. So at first, one of the taxi driver, he will charge us like 160, 170, but one hack that I would like to share with you is that there is a airport taxi. Just go straight to them if you are alone or you are a solo traveler, so they will arrange a taxi for you. It will just cost you 60 to 70 ringgits. I stayed there for 1 hour or more in search of a good taxi price, but after that I just went straight to the airport taxi and they gave me a good price, and it was worth it, like just spending 60 AD from airport to the hotel room. And the final thing, that you should book your hotel in advance, and if you need a cheap option, you should check booking.com, Airbnb, as this hotel where I am staying, it just costed me 25 ringgits per day. The tour video for this hotel is also there on my channel. I will put link here on the I button and also in the description. Go and check it and check how you can book a cheap hotel in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, before arriving here. You can just see here are the world's second largest building and also the twin tower you can easily see. So I'm not staying in the city, just 3-4 kilometers away from it, but it is worth it because here you get good view, the greenery is good. I hope you like this video and all the details and information will be beneficial for you. Don't forget to like and comment and also subscribe channel because there are so many videos coming regarding Malaysia series, how to explain nightlife here, how you can travel from Kuala Lumpur to other cities on train. So there are so many videos that I have put on my channel. Do check it out and don't forget to follow and subscribe my channel. We'll see you again with another video. Till then, bye bye, take care.